on that corner. No. So we are off eventing today, Zebedee, aren't we? There's Zeb looking a bit moody. Dad's just coming back from a hack. Don't know if you can see that. Oh, hello, Bella. Bella's come to say hello. So we are going eventing today. We're going to Tweezledown for the first event since lockdown and the first event since Tweezledown back in March. So we're actually going to put some footage in from the event back in March, because we did the dressage and show jumping and then it got cancelled and we never did that vlog. So we're going to do a little bit of both. So I'm not on till later. My times are... Why does that keep going weird, Zeb? I don't know, I think I need to go and help Dad as well. There you go. So I've got really late times. So I'm 2:34, 5 something and then 6:08. So it's currently 10. I've ridden the 4-year-old I ride down the road, just written my list, and I'm going to go and help Dad quickly, and then we're going to trim Zeb, wash him, plait him and pack the lorry. So we thought we'd take you along. So we're just going to trim Zeb out. We've got to do his bridle path, pull his tail, quickly just pull his mane a little bit. Mane, so it's just a bit shorter to plait now. Then we've got to do your tail. That hasn't been pulled in I don't know how long. And we need to just trim the edge a little bit. Tail all done. So I use the tail rake and then I just tidy up with the clippers. Zeb, you look happy now, but you get a bit moody when I wash you, don't you? Look at that shine. Just got to rinse him off. We're just filling up our bucket there, because even though it's summer, gets a bit cold, so we've got to have a bit of hot water in there. So he's happy because he knows he's doing something when you get washed, but you don't really like being washed much, do you, Zeb? Should we rinse you off? Now we're going to plait you. Plaiting is done, Zeb, isn't it? Looking happy there? Plaited, we've cleaned his eyes, his nose, put a bit of baby oil on your face, haven't we? Now we'll go and pack the lorry. Is that how you load your horse, Zebedee?
Yeah. Got the easy loaders, aren't it?
Good boy.
There's a ball.
We're at Tweezledown. Zeb's having his massage and has had his studs put in, haven't you, Zeb? Dad and the dog apparently relaxing and having a sleep. Just casually next to Zebedee. Good job, you're good, hey Zeb? Should we get you ready to go? Is your massage done? So Zeb's just had his massage. You've had a 45-minute massage, haven't you, Zeb? So this is the Cyclosage. So we always put it on them before they do their dressage, especially Zeb, because he gets a bit tense, don't you, Zeb? So it just helps to relax him. So now it is just before 5 to 2, so we're going to get him tacked up and get on because my test's at 2:35.
was actually back at the lorry. Thought it was a really accurate, solid test.
You were pleased with it, Dad?
Very pleased with it. The only thing I didn't like was on the right rein, the extended. Could have been a bit better.
Yeah.
But other than that, I thought he looked pretty relaxed.
He was very calm,
Yeah.
very relaxed, didn't tense up at all, did everything I asked, so I was very pleased.
I thought the halts were pretty square.
Yeah, the medium trot, Jade said to me not to ask too much, so I didn't. Let's see what the comments are, but I'm very pleased with it. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, what the... Well, obviously we want a good mark, but he couldn't have done much better, so...
The best he could do, innit?
Yeah.
Proper bloke doing a proper day's work, yeah, is that what you're
So,
saying?
shall we go walk the cross country course
Yeah,
now?
let's go and do that, shall we? Over and out.
Yeah. That was very good.
Yeah.
I was just a bit over because the first half I just had to hold him a bit. He like, did you see him chip in at the first one? Because he just backed off, not backed off, but he was going a bit too fast, and then he wasn't. And then the second half, did you see the water?
Yeah, you didn't even look like you
Oh,
hesitated.
No, he smashed the water.
Yeah.
That was so good.
And
yeah.
these three here,
Yeah,
which were
he jumped, then
difficult.
the second half was lovely. The first half was just, you could tell I hadn't done it really for a while. So I finished on 30.4.
It's not bad
Not
at
bad,
intermediate. We
good
thought you
boy.
looked like you made it. He made it look easy. He doesn't make them look like intermediate
No,
level.
he, even the first half, he was jumping them very nicely. He was just, wasn't, to make hit, for him to make the speed, he is because he just jumps out of his rhythm all the time. In the first half, he just wasn't. But that was just because he hasn't done it very good. But yeah, the second half was
Proper bloke,
back
please,
to
isn't it?
normal. I mean, that water was lovely.
It was.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Good boy.
Well done.
Thanks. I mean, what a horse. What a good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy. And you came fourth.
Good boy. Seb. Good boy. Came fourth, didn't you, buddy? He loaded himself, George.
How does that work?
And he's having his carrots. Good boy, Zeb. Okay, so we're in the lorry on the way home. How did you think today went, Dad?
I think it went pretty well. I think it was properly up for it, double clear, little bit of time because over excitement, but we're very happy with double clear. No, don't want to jinx it up with the old 4-footer. So yeah, he's pretty consistent. Yeah, decent effort first time out. Haven't really done very much. So overall, very pleased with it. And also we're very close to home, so that cheers me up as well. So I'm going to the pub in a minute.
Dad's going to the pub in a minute. Zeb did everything we could have asked. He got 28.4 dressage, which is very, very, very good for Zebedee. I mean, it was a low marking section, I know that, but even if it hadn't been, I think it would have been low 30s, which for him is really good. He normally gets like 36, 35 dressages in our strongest phase, but we've been working hard, especially because it was our first outing, so he often gets all a little bit more excited and can't contain himself. But now with using the Cyclosage massage rug, he had a 45-minute massage before, and that just seems to really chill him out and gets all his muscles relaxed before I got on. And then yesterday we worked really hard with Jade in my dressage lesson about my sitting trot, and I was sitting a little bit too deep, so I was blocking his trot. He's quite a sensitive horse, So that all paid off. That was really good. And then he just went and absolutely smashed both jumping phases. I was feeling a little bit underprepared actually, because I haven't jumped since Felbridge, which was 2 weeks ago, and I've only done one small cross country training session since March, so I was actually feeling a little bit not as prepared as I'd liked. Not that I jump him that often now anyway, because he doesn't really need it, but I really didn't need to worry. He absolutely flew the show jumping. He was a little bit strong, so it wasn't as smooth round as normal, and I think he touched very lightly too, but he was just jumping insanely. And then we headed off to the cross country, which we had a little bit of a hold. A horse injured itself, so we had a little bit of a hold because Zeb was getting a bit fed up because he was ready to go. And then he just jumped cross country, his best phase anyway, but he was just awesome. The first half he was very excited, and he gets quite strong then. He's not normally a strong horse, so I was having to hold him back a little bit, so we ended up with 2.4 time, but I don't think anyone really made the time anyway. The second half he just got so much more in his stride. He was just awesome and flew everything. Flew the second water, which I wasn't worried about, but that's always the thing. He doesn't really, if he's not going to like anything, it'll be the water, but as long as I ride positively, he is fine, I know that. But he jumped that so well. Dad got a video of that, so we'll put that in. So yeah, so super happy. We finished 4th. Couldn't have asked much more from the first run, and like Dad said, it's only 5 minutes away, so we only got in the car, well, 10 minutes ago, and we are home. So I'm going to go and do the gates, and we're going to put him away.